It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC East. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. Come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, veteran, he's 6'3", out of Central Michigan. It's Cooper Rush.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with the win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a first down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Dallas.
Now, Rush. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Dowdle.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
On 4th down, it is Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas field goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a man who made the move inside the division. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try to run here with Barkley. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle. To throw on second down is Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. Now it's going to be third down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. A short throw caught by Ferguson.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays, so every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
Rush. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit-and duck for this pass rush.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Rush. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing is Rush. He got it to Mingo. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Mingo. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys move out to a 7-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Rush from out of the pistol. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Straight ahead, it's Elliott. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Rush to throw. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
DeJean to return it, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. And he will go all the way. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are in the lead by the score of 13-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Rush. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. They'll run with Dowdle. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's taken down up past the 35.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down. To throw is Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
To the air again, Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down. Again, Hurts. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Hurts again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime now on Black Friday as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
A second down throw for Hurts. And that ball's intercepted by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Elliott. Not much there. Get this down inside the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. In motion, Lamb. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this is a long one. Officially 64-yard field goal attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error.
Oh, Barkley has fumbled, and this is taken in by the defense.
You have to appreciate the effort of the ball carrier. I mean, how many tackles did it seem like he broke on that run? But so often we see it, Mike, time and time again. The more these guys fight for extra yards, they're fighting and clawing for every inch. That ball just gets a little lower and a little looser. And the way these guys are taught now on defense, if you don't have great ball security, attack it, and in this case,
and remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is...
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down. They run out of the gun with Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
you have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Dowdle. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. Rush. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. 3rd down coming up.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And that is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and a yard. Throwing is Rush. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to have a Cowboys first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
To throw is Rush. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now, Rush. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
They'll stick to the ground. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Third and 6. Rush from out of the pistol. That is caught at the 3. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score! Game on! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Eagles 16, Cowboys 14.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now Barkley, and he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a...
Oh, he coughs up the football. The Eagles have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Throwing is Rush. That's to the right side and incomplete.
give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Rush to throw. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. Here's Rush. He's got the open man, that's Jalen Tolbert. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a 1st down picked up. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. a win here for the Eagles. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game. Ride back to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.